All right, it's time to watch Starlink. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Who wants to watch the Starlink? I'm proud. So Stevie 67 was supposed to be towed towards Brownsville the other day, was delayed due to an osprey making a nest up in the mast. Oh. Damn. Damn. Guys, we got some SpaceX and then some racing. Let's go. Let's go. Falcon 9 is prepping for flight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The system is down. Okay. Strong back is moving back to 89 degrees. Can you postpone the launch? It's 3 in the morning, bro. Yeah, let me call Elon real quick. I got him on speed dial. I'm down with Bill Gates. He calls me money for short. He helps me with my tax support. 1076.14. So this is the Starlink 6-64 mission, guys. It's going out of Slick 40, Space Launch Complex 40 down at the Cape, down at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. We're about 3:45 out from the launch here. RocketLab launching in 40 minutes after Starlink. Oh yeah, yeah, hell yeah, Eric. And then we got Starliner in the morning. It's a freaking good weekend, dude. Have a beer. Or 3 or 10 or something. How long do you plan on going for this leg? Who's got legs? Oh wait, we need sound, dude. There we go.
Discovery, go at drop.
Anonymous gifter, give the sub to Elon. Elon, my dog, call me. Call me. Call me so I can come down to Boca Chica and be like, yo. You just got legs? Yeah. And Hydra Gaming with a 34-month resub.
Stage 1 locks load complete.
It's all right. I'm not going to blow chunks on stream. Trust me. Oh. Your store randomly started stocking long drink. Yeah, you said that. You told me that the other day. Got it chilling in the fridge now. What type of long drink? We got original long drink, peach long drink, cranberry long drink, diet long drink. There's a lot of long drinks. And there's some short drinks too. But we don't talk about those.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Dr. Hunts, 69-month resub. Very nice. Very nice, sir. That clip might go more viral than you curing the fires. Which clip?
Stage 2.
What did I do now?
Complete.
Okay. So at T-minus 1 minute, Falcon 9 will go into startup.
Gas launch closeouts has started.
Ground gas closeout, meaning that second stage is topped off fully with propellant, ready to go. We get to watch a rocket launch. Exactly, my dude. Falcon 9 is full of commodities. EJ is also full of commodities. The beer commodities. Yeah, propellant tanks are topped off here, man. You know what I'm saying? As am I, the red wine type. Oh, I ate his liver with a fine Chianti. Nice. All right, Falcon 9's in startup. Onboard computers on the vehicle have primary control of all critical functions. Gonna see if you can see it.
LD, go for launch.
Launch director reports go. T-minus 40 seconds and counting to the launch of Starlink 6-64. Still filling up your commodities? Dude, it's 10:30. You gotta fill up faster, dude.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Maslow, nice. Get more into the green. Green's good too. 20 seconds. At T-minus 10 seconds, the sound suppression water systems on the pad will activate. And we should get an ignition at T-minus 2 minutes and counting. Risers.
9, 8,
63
7,
months.
6,
Chat is go.
5, 4, 3,
Ignition.
2, 1, ignition, and liftoff. Go Starlink, go Falcon.
Starlink 6-64 is in the air. We got to launch late on this Friday. We got to launch 6-64, leading us into the weekend. Nice. Roll program has been initiated by Falcon 9. Houston, we got a roll program. Yeah. You go over the Starship paper. I realized that it's like 10,000 characters long, RJ, and kind of had a short synopsis on it, but we'll save. I gotta save that one for Monday. Wicked tuna with the claps, they do it. Okay, vehicle.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Got a good call for power and telemetry. Vehicle is rolled to the proper flight azimuth. Looks like the azimuth tonight might be 135. Azimuth Azimuth refers to the direction it's flying relative to the compass. So if it's heading 135, we're going southeast. That's from the roll program. That looks like that's where we're heading out tonight. Dat boy, 9-month resub. Dat boy. Maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle is peak compression load induced by aerodynamic forces on the front of the vehicle. All right, 90 seconds in, everything looks good. Vehicle now 22 kilometers in altitude, traveling at 3,000 kilometers an hour. Flight dynamics. I don't know if it's called FIDO, to be honest with you.
Go at throttle up.
One of the SpaceX controllers indicating that NVAC chill has started, meaning thermal conditioning and priming of the second stage engine for second stage engine start 1, or SES1, which should occur at about 2 minutes 35 seconds into the flight. Bucket! 18 months. Bucket! What's up, dude? Thanks for these 18 months, man. I appreciate it. Oh no, somebody got ads in the middle of the stream. Now I feel bad. Okay, the next step here in about 10 seconds is main engine cutoff. The 9 engines on the first stage will shut down, and the second stage will be pushed away from the first stage in preparation for second stage engine start.
Separation confirmed.
There we go. Got a beautiful shot of the Floridian Peninsula right there.
And back ignition.
Engine start looks good. We got a good upper stage ignition. Ads no more. There you go. Space Brew, you got gifted a sub. You can see the second stage exhaust plume interacting with the first stage over there. That's what that flashing is on the grid fins. Should be coming up on a fairing separation.
Confirmed.
Fairing separation is confirmed. Fairing is the aerodynamic shell that shields the payload on ascent. Once the rocket gets high enough up in the atmosphere, the air is so thin that the payload fairing, the aerodynamic fairing, is no longer needed, so they jettison it. Those fairings will be recovered. They will parachute back down, and a SpaceX recovery ship will fish them out of the Atlantic Ocean. Electron is currently scheduled for 11:13 p.m., so we got some time here. Okay, we're 3 minutes and 50 seconds into the flight here. Second stage, traveling at 9,200 kilometers an hour, 122 kilometers in altitude. First stage coasting on a suborbital trajectory. Current altitude is 113 kilometers. It has not gotten to apogee yet, the highest point in its ballistic arc, and is traveling a little over 7,000 kilometers an hour. How far out in ship journey time do the fairings land? Fairings land probably upwards of about 1,000 kilometers down range 415. They're a long way out there. Takes a long time for the recovery ships. It probably takes them about a week, but it's worth it. The reason why it's worth it for the fairings is not necessarily because the fairings are a high cost item. Fairings usually cost about 4 to 5 million per half or something like that. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that price is good, but that seems about right. Comparatively to like a Falcon 9 first stage, which costs about 40 million. That's an inconsequential cost comparatively, right? So why does SpaceX bother reusing them? Fairings take a long time to make. They're what's called a long lead item. There's a production bottleneck.
Vehicles are on a nominal trajectory.
Okay. Both vehicles are following a nominal trajectory. They're high cost. They're not high cost. They're not high cost but they do take a long time to make. Fairings need to be baked in an autoclave for a number of weeks. They take a long time to manufacture. So if SpaceX wants to achieve its sub 2-day launch campaign that this year that it's trying to do, reusing the fairings is preferable. This is not the first time something like this has been implemented, though. There have been other launch vehicles that plan to overcome high long lead times on components by reuse. The shuttle SRBs were supposed to do the same thing.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
That reusing SRBs doesn't make a whole lick of sense unless you launch once a week, and then it makes perfect sense reusing your casings. That was why the shuttle SRBs were originally seen as, wanted to be reusable. It ended up not being cost effective because of the low flight cadence. But that's the idea. SpaceX is doing what NASA with fairings, what NASA wanted to do with SRBs. Speaking of first stages coming back down and landing, that is my favorite part right there. That is supersonic retro propulsion occurring here from the entry burn from Falcon 9. Falcon 9 is firing its engines and actually pushing the re-entry plasma that's accumulated from compression heating out of the way.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
During the entry burn, Falcon 9 is enveloped in a cool column of gas from the rocket engines. I know what you're saying. EJ, is the rocket exhaust a little bit warm? Yeah, it is.
Stage 2 FTS has.
But it's not as warm as that. The reentry, the plasma that occurs from reentry heating. Plasma actually gets stuck. It accumulates, kind of like frost almost. And what Falcon 9 does is when it fires its engine, it not only slows down that first stage, but it pushes the reentry plasma that's accumulated away. The plasma can get stuck in what's called a boundary layer.
Vehicles are on nominal trajectory.
It can get stuck in what's called a hypersonic boundary layer. And yeah, that's not good. That's actually what makes reentry heating so dangerous. But Falcon 9 uses its engines in the rocket exhaust, which isn't as hot as reentry heating, to push it away and keep Falcon 9 nice and cool so it comes down in one piece. That makes it so when Falcon 9 hits the lower parts of the atmosphere, the majority of braking is done by atmospheric compression, by aerodynamic compression occurring at the bottom of the vehicle. That compression is, well, because the atmospheric density is going up as you're coming back down, it actually slows you down. It'll slow you down to a terminal velocity, but instead of slowing down to terminal velocity, Falcon 9 does this.
Stage 1 landing burn.
It fires its engine at the last second and comes down and lands on a drone ship out in the Atlantic Ocean.
Stage 2 in terminal guidance.
Through the clouds, 500 meters. A little froggy out there on the Atlantic tonight. Should get a call for landing leg deploy.
Landing leg deploy.
There it is. 14th flight on that booster. Perfect landing, dead center. Well, you got a little bit of residual combustion out there, but what they're going to do is they're going to flood the engines with helium to get to basically snuff out all those flames so they don't damage the rocket motors. And another stage back down, completing its 14th mission. Dead center on that bullseye. That doesn't suck. It's pretty good. That was 1076, its 14th flight. On a 33-day turnaround. It flew basically about a month ago. Should have second stage engine cutoff and a call for nominal orbit insertion here. There it was right as the cast cut. Insertion velocity was 27,098, a little bit slower than in the past. We've had other stages cut off at 27,107 before, 27,100 kilometers an hour, which is good enough for basically a parking orbit. And then from here, they'll deploy the satellites, and the satellites will use their onboard propulsion, krypton ion thrusters, to circularize into their proper orbits. Do you know the highest flight count for a fairing? I don't, Maslam, but I know it's easily over 10 flights. Yep. Well done. Thank you. Are we going right to the freaking Rocket Lab launch? We got to do racing, dude. Oh, man. Maybe we can watch a shuttle or Apollo launch just for filler because it's cool as heck. Well, if their coverage went freaking live, dude, like on YouTube. Holy ballsack, they're live. All right, cool. We'll switch over to Rocket Lab coverage now. This is not a bad way to spend Friday night. Rocket launches and race cars. I don't hate this. Rocket Lab Electron Prefire and ice launch coverage. Let's freaking go, dude. Freaking Johnny Lester. Not launching till a little after 11. Yeah, we're about 30 minutes out here from this next one. That was Starlink 6-64. Mission went off without a hitch. Everything's perfect. Friggin' guy. Don't lose your voice with all these launches. I've done a lot of talking today, DJ. I'm not going to lie to you. I also have to burp, and I cannot confirm nor deny that I will blow chunks if I do, so I'm just going to do that off stream real quick. Good news. I, in fact, did not blow chunks. Oh, let it all out. Oh, believe me, I did. Microprocessors. Old Cleater got a good video for you post-stream. Get some coffee. I gotta see what I have in the fridge. I'll be right back 1 second, okay? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't have anything in the fridge, so I had to run down into the backyard and check my cooler. But he spit in the cooler. This fine liter of cola will quench my thirst. Comment on Dream Chaser being at KSC. I'm pretty happy that there's a shuttle at Kennedy Space Center for a change. Probably like we should have never stopped doing that, Daniel. Just saying. Gatorade is better? No, you're drinking the wrong water. I don't want a large farva. I want a goddamn liter of cola. So guess who gets an unpaid 7-day unpaid leave? This guy. What'd you screw up? I look like spit to you? Ah, frick it. Explosive Expert had a 41-month resub 8 minutes ago. Go faster! Stop! Nader, I can only get started. Alright. So this launch should be in about 20 minutes. 49th mission for RocketLab this year. What? It's their 7th mission from this year, T-Man. It's their 49th mission overall. Are you drunk? T-Man, are you drunk? Are you drunk? Why would you do that? Why would you intoxicate yourself with alcohol? What's wrong with you? They do wish. They probably actually do, Young Food, right? Like, probably do. I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Guys, do you have some banaka? I got some banaka right here. Tasty. By the way, do you have a mint? Perhaps some banaka? 5-day turnaround between the last flight, though. That's pretty good. That was the first pre-fire mission. Well, what is this one? Is this the post-fire mission? Oh, shit. Oh. Alright, I'm good. Post-fire part. Yeah. I'm a racing car driver, Monsieur Bobby. Except I drive in Formula 1. Is Astra dead? No, I don't think so. Astra is diversifying. They're pivoting.
Discovery, go
They're
and throttle.
pivoting to Rocket 4. Rocket 4 does not have Astra engines on board. I do believe it has Firefly Reaver engines. Cajun 64. I swear to drunk, I'm not God, officer. Yeah. Just remember, chat, this is my stream. This is my stream, and if you don't like it, you can get the frick out. Start the coverage. Let's go. Hot man, you've headed these guys, mate. Hey, they did. Thanks, Peter Beck. Yeah, Hype Man, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool guys. What they do, pretty nice. Eight out of 10 Aussie, 3 out of 10 Kiwi. I'm sorry, man. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Oh. That's pretty good, mate. Yeah, Hype Man, I have to listen to you talk, mate. If I could listen for a little bit longer, then probably I'd get it right.
Just 7 days ago, the first satellite for NASA's Prefire mission was launched from right here at RocketLab Launch Complex 1 in New Zealand.
Knife, mate.
And today, integrated to the Electron rocket that you see on your screen, is the second Prefire satellite ready to launch to space to begin its climate change-focused mission for NASA.
The frick is this guy doing?
My name is Muriel Baker. Thank you for joining us for our
what the hell is that guy
Electron
doing?
mission today. This launch is called Prefire and Ice, and we have a liftoff target time today set for 3:13 p.m. local time or 03:13 UTC. Today's launch is the second of 2 back-to-back launches for the Prefire mission.
Look, they got a
The first
NASA
launch
logo.
on Electron took
NASA.
place just last week from the same launch pad to deliver the first Prefire satellite to its 525-kilometre orbit. Prefire stands for Polar Radiant Energy in the Far Infrared Experiment, and it's a mission designed for a pair of tiny satellites, each about the size of a shoebox, to measure heat loss from the Arctic and Antarctica to help
Dang old
improve
NASA
climate
logo.
and ice loss models that better predict
should,
Earth's
Alistair.
ice,
Hell yeah, it
sea
should,
level,
bro.
and weather changes. Once the second satellite is deployed on this mission, both 6U CubeSats will lap the Arctic and Antarctica on crisscrossing trajectories. Both will be set at a 525-kilometre altitude and a 97.5-degree inclination for the 10-month mission.
No, not
The
yet,
reason
Dill.
for the focus on the polar
Neutron
regions
actually just
is
got
because
delayed.
the Arctic and Antarctica behave like Earth's thermostat. They vent out to space the excess energy that Earth receives in the tropics. And the difference between the amount of heat that Earth absorbs and radiates is a key influence on the planet's temperature. But how the behavior of clouds and water vapor at the polar regions affects Earth's climate has been an atmospheric mystery for years, and the far infrared emissions at the poles have never been systematically measured before. This is the goal of NASA's Prefire mission. For more on the science behind it, here is NASA.
The Arctic is warming 3 times faster than anywhere else on Earth.
This is a huge problem, in part because that is enhancing melt of the ice sheet. It's leading to enhanced melt of sea ice.
All of the coastal communities around the world are now seeing sea level rise around them and experiencing increased flooding.
It will impact the future generations. They're going to inherit a planet that's going to be many degrees warmer than what we are today.
Bro, if there's no snow,
we need to
I'm
have
in.
better predictions of how sea level will change, how the weather around the planet is going to change.
That was a joke.
The only way we're going to do that is to understand how the polar regions are responding to climate change.
We have this considerable knowledge gap in our understanding of Arctic climate.
Prefire is going to fill this important gap.
Prefire.
That's
polar
crazy, dude.
Radiant
Energy
in the far
infrared
experiment.
So Earth's temperature is set by a balance between the amount of energy the Earth receives from the sun and the amount of energy that it emits back to space.
Most of the energy that is radiated to space from our polar regions is far infrared energy, and we have no modern satellite observations of this incredibly important energy spectrum. Prefire will be deploying 2 CubeSats. Over the course of a year, they're going to be measuring the far infrared energy for the very first time that is leaving the top of our atmosphere.
Each of our Prefire CubeSats carry something called a thermal infrared spectrometer that looks down at the Earth and gathers energy being emitted from the planet at different wavelengths.
Just
Was that
imagine
Bill's promise or was that
when
mine?
you see
RJ?
a
I don't
rainbow,
know.
you see the different colors in the rainbow, and what happens is light gets dispersed. Similarly, we see the different wavelengths split up,
Dude,
and
Pink
you can
Floyd.
measure each of these wavelengths, and that's what the spectrometer does. It spectrally separates the radiation into different wavelengths.
These wavelengths were going to give us really important information about how the surface is changing in the polar regions, whether that's going from an ice-covered surface.
Name 3 Pink Floyd songs. Sheep, Run Like Hell, Young Blood.
Satellites are going to be orbiting in a polar orbit around the Earth. The first satellite comes along and measures the scene over the poles, and then a few hours later we have the second one come along in a different orbit and measure the same scene, so you understand the
Bob
impact
Marley,
of
shut the
how
frick up.
the energy changes in those few hours.
It's really important that we understand how much energy is being emitted by the polar regions, because that defines how cold the polar regions get.
Discovery, go at throttle
And
up.
that temperature difference between the warm
Animals,
tropics
Kaiser.
and the cold polar regions is actually what drives the entire weather system around
Young
the
Lust.
planet.
What we want to do with Prefire is we want to take these new observations that have never been made before, and we want to improve our understanding of the
How
climate
about that?
system
The Who's
and
an
improve our
infinitely better
understanding
band.
of how climate is going to be changing.
Understanding how the sea level rises and how the ice melts is going to help us understand weather events, and that's going to have direct impact on our farmers and agriculture.
There's a real urgency to
Cool,
getting
Ian.
this information now. Things are changing so quickly in the Arctic that we may only have 5 to 10 years to respond to those changes and help protect the property and lives that may be affected by that.
NASA has also partnered with the Space Science and Engineering Center at the University of Wisconsin-Madison on this important climate science mission. We are coming up.
Look, man, I'm not going to say that climate change isn't causing storms and sea levels to rise, because it absolutely freaking is. But to say that, you know, like, oh, we're doomed is ridiculous. The Netherlands has been fighting this exact problem for a frigging millennium, and they figured it out. We'll figure it out, too. You ever seen The Expanse? We'll figure it out, man. Figure it out. We're humans. We can figure this stuff out. Shoot. But part of that starts with figuring out what the heck we need to do to fix it, or mitigate the problem at least. But we're humans. Don't discount us. We're pretty good at solving things, all right? Giraffes ain't good at solving stuff. We are. I don't see giraffes building no Hoover Dam, boy. Frick.
To all operators, LD on mission code. Proceeding now with the
I'm all right.
go, no-go sequence. Starting with stage.
Stages go.
Avionics.
Avionics is go.
GNC.
GNC's go.
And Beacon.
Giraffes don't need to. They can live in deep water. What kind of giraffes you got down there, man?
GC is go.
PLS.
PLS is go.
What?
RSO.
RSO is go.
Range is good.
And MET.
You good? No,
MET is go.
RF.
I'm fine.
RF is go.
And MM.
MM is go.
LD sub.
LD sub is go.
It's true, their nature
The go-no-go
snorkels.
sequence is complete. We're
Think of the
currently
zebras, Chad.
11 minutes and 9 seconds and counting. We go for the terminal count auto sequence at T-minus 10 minutes. This time onwards, the 3-word procedure
Isn't getting better, is it?
is in effect.
All right, that is go from all stations for our go, no-go poll, and the team is ready to proceed with all of the remaining launch operations.
We can send it.
Prefire and Ice is scheduled for a liftoff time of 3:13 p.m. local time in approximately 10 minutes and 39 seconds from now.
Seconds.
Electron is the star of the show today, but I'm sure a lot of you are following along with the development of our new big rocket, Neutron. The rocket engine we've created to power Neutron is called Archimedes, and right now it is sitting on the test stand as the team prepares for it to breathe its first engine fire as part of its upcoming test campaign. Archimedes is much, much bigger than the Rutherford engine behind Electron, and we'll have 9 Archimedes engines for Neutron's first stage, each of them yielding us around 95,000 pounds of thrust per engine, the equivalent of about 3 entire Electron rockets. So the excitement is building at our test facility inside NASA's Stennis Space Center in Mississippi as the team works through the final checks ahead of Archimedes' first hot fire. We caught up with some of them ahead of this monumental milestone.
They're on the verge of making liquid fuel rocketage in station years.
I'm Nicky Rains. I'm the manager for RocketLab's facility here at
Yo, what up, Nicky?
We just installed the Archimedes engine for the first time on the test facility. So we've got
hell yeah,
engine
send it, brother.
Integration. There's piping, valving, wiring going on. That's being worked real time with software back in our control room, the human-machine interface, HMI, that we use to control things. Those things are in the final preps and final checkouts. We're ready now to push the engine through final commissioning and ready for hot fire. Rocket Lab came into NASA Stennis with the lease for the A3 stand. It was a historic stand built for the Constellation program in the late 2000s. We've been able to utilize hardware. We've taken tanks, we've taken valves, existing piping, whole existing systems for gaseous nitrogen, and be able to repurpose those systems and put them to work for what we need. It lets us go faster, it lets us save money, and it lets us get that initial operational capability Archimedes needs. It's great for Rocket Lab as a commercial company to be partnered here with NASA. We get to use this facility, so we're taking advantage of the existing hardware and being able to repurpose parts of the stand, but we also have a community of support around us. There's contractors here who know how to build rocket test stands, welding, piping, major big concrete and steel structures. There's people who know how to make rocket operations work. So we got that community of people here to support us, and it's a great place to be for a commercial company to be in the middle of this with all that support and the ability to run our operation.
Why the long face? Because it's supposed to be designing J2Xs. That's what it was designed for. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm happy somebody's using it, but also it's supposed to be in prison. That is where terrorists belong.
Together.
Rocket engines belong.
The team deserves a huge congratulations from everybody involved that have gotten us this far.
Yeah, I'm happy somebody's freaking using it. Better than nothing.
There has never been a more exciting time to join the Neutron team as we work to get the rocket to the pad in mid-2025. We're on the home stretch to first Neutron launch, but if you get in quick, you can still be part of the team developing a new generation rocket from the ground up. Check out our website for open roles right now across additive manufacturing, vehicle integration, test site operations, and more.
Strong Bake is restricted. Yeah, see, I don't know. 2020, late 2025 seems right for Neutron, dude.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Oh, please, I don't want to get mad. Yeah. Blue Adder, 28 months. No, that's strong. Yeah, no, it's strong, mate. It's nice. That's why they call it this strong Bake. How does this compare to a Merlin? So Electron's a small sat launcher, guys. Not very big comparatively, guys. Like, the rocket could fit in the trailer of a semi-truck, like, easily. But what they lack in size, they make up for in simplicity of manufacture. Other than SpaceX, RocketLab, like I said, this is their 50th mission. Name another commercial customer that's gotten over 20 missions. You know what I mean? Falcon is up there, like, oh, I don't even know, above 500 missions, 400 or 500 missions or something. Electron is right, but you know, I know it doesn't sound ridiculous, like the same, but this is its 49th mission. That's pretty damn impressive.
Includes all of the usual launch milestones you've come to expect from Electron. At T-minus 2 seconds to lift off Electron's 9 Rutherford engine.
So let me put this in Peter Beck's words, the CEO of the company. You know, somebody asked him a little while ago, what distinguishes you, Rocket Lab, from other companies that launch stuff into space? And he goes, oh, other companies that launch stuff? Last time I checked, we're the only ones that did that. That's what distinguishes us. We launch shit into space. And before you time me out for being uncanny, those are his words, not mine. That was a verbatim transcript.
Continue firing hot for another minute and 20 seconds or so before their scheduled shutdown at MECO, or main engine cutoff. 3 seconds later, the first stage will separate from the second stage, and Electron's first stage will fall away, while its second stage will light up its sole Rutherford engine to carry on with the mission. Up next will be the separation of Electron's nose cone, about 30 seconds after stage 2 engine startup. Meanwhile, the stage will be continuing cruising along for another couple of minutes before the next mission milestone.
Starkle 2, the gifted 5 subs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are so many numbers in the Constitution. I can only choose 1/5. Thank you.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Uh-oh. Oh, 4:45. We got a hold in the count.
The mission for Electron, but which marks the start of operations on orbit for the NASA Prefire mission. All of that is coming up shortly now that we are just under 5 minutes until liftoff for Prefire and ICE.
Tommy Two Tones, where you at, dog?
In control to take it from here for the remainder of the count, and I'll be back with you shortly after liftoff. So go
Ariel.
NASA, go Prefire, and go Electron.
Ariel, the count's being held.
Stage LD mission code.
LD stage.
Please prepare the stage 1 and stage 2 for LOX top up. That's Victor 5000 and Victor 5100.
Copy. LOX top up sequences and work.
PLS LD and mission code.
LD PLS.
Please resume the LOX top-up. That's Romeo 7600 Bravo.
Going into
Resuming LOX top-up.
recircularization. Tintoon.
GC LD mission code.
LD GC.
Please reprime the igniter system. That's Romeo 4200.
Yeah, the Mahi
Understood,
Peninsula.
Romeo 4300 in work.
It's definitely up there for one of the prettiest launch sites around.
Avionics LD.
Sequence 68 complete.
Copy, thank you.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice.
Looking at the clock on our screen, we have had a hold in the count for today's operations. We're just listening into mission control now to hear what the latest is for operations.
I never want to hold again, dude. I want to hold right now.
Alpha 8600.
Copy.
And Vicon LD mission code.
LD Vicon.
Please shift the auto sequence to T-minus 12-minute hold. That's Golf 2400 for you.
They're recycling. I don't know what it is, Salyut. It just went into a hold a second ago. Boy, I got a friggin' race, dude. I want to wheel tonight, son. I got a coalition of the racing willing. I got 20 viewers ready to roll, son. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
So from comms there from mission control, it sounds like we are recycling the clock back to T-minus 12 minutes in the count, and we're standing by for more information.
LD stage on mission cord.
Stage LD.
Sequence 69, the stage terminal warp check sequence is complete.
Copy, thank you.
Bro, did they say step 69? Did I hear that right? Wireless headset since when? Bro, I had a wireless headset for like a year. What, Pythos? What does that mean? Yes, under subsection 420. Damn, son. Damn, son. Where do I watch the Starliner launch? You can watch it right here in about 12 hours, son. Humbull? Humbull? Oh, God. I'm okay. I'm alright.
As you might notice, the clock is held at T-minus 4 minutes and 45 seconds. That's a hold in our launch operations. And a hold can happen for any number of reasons at any point up to the release of the vehicle hold down clamps. So what we're doing now is standing by and waiting while the team establishes a new T0.
Mariel, I have to race fake race cars. Mariel, please. Strong beak is hugging the rocket.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
But I'm gonna just tip the stream with a message that says, it says, you. That's, you know what, man? That's inappropriate. You. Why would you say that to somebody? You. Base. What the man? Your curse has started. Going to get food. By the time I get back, it will launch. See you guys in 15 minutes. Well, please let that happen, dude. I got a race, dog. So, right now, they're trying to... This was probably a flag here that was set off by the auto-sequencer. I.e. not a manual hold. The crews are probably trying to figure out why. This is like, you know, it's throwing a scrub, so out of family parameter, right? Like the commit criteria to launch wasn't good enough, so right now the controllers are probably trying to figure out why it threw a red on something. The fact that we didn't get an answer right away kind of shows that this is not something that's easily identifiable. So we'll see what happens. You always set off flags in women's auto sequencers, bro. That was not appropriate. A sensor reading. I mean, Ellisers, that could be anything, dude. That could be anything, right? Wait, Ellisers, are you the LSR from NSF? Am I stupid?
LDGC on mission code.
Close, no. Oh, okay, cool.
LB
Alright.
secured on the pad and ECS
Hold on.
is enabled.
Please repeat.
You're in the NSF Discord.
Launch vehicle is secured on the pad and the ECS has been re-enabled.
Environmental control systems. No, I don't cover Chinese launches, dude. I don't do that. Those aren't rocket launches. If part of the rocket comes back down and lands in populated areas, I don't call those rockets. Those are called missiles. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that here. We cover rocket launches here, okay? And even then, even for the stuff that does, the Chinese rockets that don't do that, they don't stream them anyway. I mean, guys, we did see somebody gliding around on a boat out there, dude, off the south coast of the Mahi Peninsula. So there was some dude on a boat out there, so that may have something to do with it. Yeah, I don't care what they call it, Daniel. You know, rockets that go up and come back down and land in populated areas are called missiles in my book. We don't do that here. We deal with orbital launch vehicles. Yeah, Phil, I'm sure that's fine. What about Falcon 9? What do you mean, what about Falcon 9? Does Falcon 9 come down in populated areas? You don't see Falcon 9s landing in the middle of a city on a helipad, do you? Yo, my dude!
Go at throttle up.
Rockets, Two guns with the 25 subs coming in clutch. What's going on, Dino? How you doing, buddy?
Discovery,
My
go
guy,
and throttle up.
you going outside and watching this sucker or what, dude? Dude, thank you so much, man. You're the freaking man. That was freaking dope. Pythos, you should tell us more about how you were playing Stationeers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dog?
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Hey, explosive. You. I don't control the damn holds in the count, dude. Race one without me. I'll be in for the next one, okay? Says he's gonna race, doesn't race is his tip message, like thinking you're being some edgy son of a... Anyway. Rocket, I actually got to go to the official reception for RocketLab at the New Zealand Parliament. One of my old Air Force buddies is now senior manager at RocketLab too. Dude, that's freaking rad, man. That's awesome. Kick ass, dude. Sorry, Pontiff. Sorry. I'll try to keep it a little more classy. It's gotta be edgy, Dan. Diagonal. Yep. That's cool, Rockets. Anyway, how you been, man? Everything good?
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Also, you're going to share details on our KSP replacement project soon. Yeah, well, hey, man, that's the right crowd to tell that information to. We've been working it up. Want to properly announce once we have the details confirmed. Oh, yeah, guys. Yeah. RocketWorks is working on a spiritual successor, by the way. Yeah, they're doing that. I've been connecting people with Mr. Rockets to Guns over there, trying to, you know, put the band back together, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the other projects I've been working on. It's not really a project. I'm just saying, hey, call this guy, you call that guy, you call that guy. Anyway, yeah, man, that's good. I mean, Rockets, we'll be here every step of the way for you, brother. Whatever you need, I got you. It is my duty, Remnants. It's my duty, Mavants. First build will be free and development transparent. Good. Good, man. Anyways, enjoy the launch. Hey, thanks for popping in, dude. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to it. Once again, you need a guinea pig for this game. Just let me know. I'm known to break things from time to time. But yeah, thank you. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for coming in here, Rockets. I do appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much. Everyone sub to EJ. Oh God, please. Oh, whoa. Paper City, why don't you 3D design for the game? I don't know. Because you haven't asked me. Be Cosmic, 35-month resub. Thank you very much.
Go at throttle up.
Yep, we gotta salvage this stuff, dudes. Because, yeah, there's a freaking crater. There's a crater left in my heart. Oh.
Currently in a hold for today's Electron launch, but we have 20 minutes remaining in this launch window, so let's sit with Mission Control for an update.
Guys, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Break
that's the infield.
Oh yeah. Grab it.
I'm back. I'm back. You heard that? Nice. What are you gonna do? So we got 20 minutes left in the window, okay? That Kiwi accent, you love it? Right on, man. They keep putting tip messages in, dudes. They're saying, oh, EJ, I'm gonna raise. I thought I was gonna raise. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I'll just go to bed. Still waiting on a hat change? I'm not doing that, dude. Huge crit, 25-month resub. Thank you very much. New headphones? No, these are the same headphones I've been using for a little while. I got a new microphone, though. You just heard it not be muted. But Muriel said they got 20 minutes left in the launch window, so we'll see. Minute count though. Yeah, so we really have less time than that. Mr. Bond, unless they recycle that count like right now, I think it's not looking good. Yeah, scrubs happen, guys. We get spoiled by Falcon 9. That's kind of the normal thing. Hey, Chris, 45-month resub. Yeah, Pigeon, it's probably my fault. You're probably right. I probably swore too much. Yeah, I don't know, Chief. I don't know. They gotta check themselves before they wreck themselves. Oh, Farky, that's cool. You New Zealand, mate. Get it, Rockets. Get it, dude. Are you covering Starliner tomorrow? Of course, Grimbot. I'll be here at 8 a.m. Yeah, coverage will pick up at 8 a.m. here on this stream. In time for a 12:25 p.m. rocket launch. So I'll be here 4 hours before launch. I like watching the astronauts get suited up. That's like one of my favorite parts. Yeah, it's gonna be great, dude. We already had Falcon 9 Starlink 6-64 launch. Kind of waiting to see what happens with Electron here. And then tomorrow for us, you know, not in New Zealand. We got Starliner as well. No, Map, the condition for hold was not really identified here, which tells me that this is something that might be not easily identified. Kind of suit will they use for Starliner tomorrow? The suits that Starliner... Hold on.
Just a heads up, we have resumed the count. We are T-minus 15 minutes and 1 second and counting.
Starliner's suits are derived from the Aces, the Aces suits, the orange suits from the...
Like we just heard there from our launch director in Mission Control that we have set a new liftoff target time of 15:46 local time, which means the team has now recycled and will go into a new go, no-go poll at the T-minus 12-minute mark. So we'll sit here and wait for that update from Mission Control on that go, no-go poll.
All right, they're going to try one more attempt while they're in the launch window. Let's see what happens.
And call operators, LD and mission code. I can confirm I'm actively monitoring mission code, LV code, range code, and safety net.
This is basically targeting the very end of the launch window, dudes. What is that smoke? It's condensation from the cryogenic propellants. RocketLab uses a cryogenic oxidizer. They're using liquid oxygen. Liquid oxygen, in order for oxygen to exist as liquid, it has to be really, really cold. So what happens as a result of filling up the oxidizer tanks is that you get condensation. The skin of the rocket ends up getting so cold that it actually freezes the water vapor in the air surrounding it, and that makes ice form. It condenses it, and it makes ice form on the outside of the booster. That's why the booster kind of looks, you know, dark and then light and then dark and then light. Those are the oxidizer tanks on the first and second stage. You're doing it right, Rockets. Rockets to guns. You're doing it right, dude. Let's get it done, dude. T-minus 13 minutes and counting. EJ decided to take the matter into his own hands. I respect him as willing to throw his hat into the ring. What do you mean, Celia? Really, Limey? You thought it was just a zebra? Thought the thing was a zebra? No, that's ice being formed from the cryogenic propellants. The fuel that's the oxidizer. The fuel that they're using is RP1. RP1 is just a really nice aerospace way of saying kerosene. Or jet fuel.
And to all operators, LD and mission code, we are proceeding now with the go, no-go sequence.
Okay.
Stage.
Stages go.
Avionics.
Avionics is go.
GNC.
GNC's go.
Recon.
Recon's go.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I got you.
T1 is go.
GC.
GC is go.
PLS.
PLS is go.
RSO.
RSO is go.
MET.
MET is go.
RF.
RF is go.
MN. LD sub.
Chad. Hello? 16 bucks a gallon.
LD mission code.
Uh-oh.
LD sub is go.
Okay.
Copy, thank you.
16 bucks a gallon, Dan? Jeez.
The go no go sequence is complete. We are T-minus 10 minutes and 57 seconds and counting. We go for the terminal count order sequence at T-minus 10 minutes. From this time, the 3-word hold procedure is in effect.
Good news there from Mission Control. The clock has been recycled and all stations are go for launch. And we are at T-minus 10 minutes, 29 seconds and counting with a liftoff time set for 15:46 local time.
They're launching polar climate monitoring satellites, Snarkletooth. These satellites will measure the radiant heat that's being emitted from the poles on Earth.
With sequence 55, the paired terminal check sequence.
Understood. Sequence 55 and work.
Inside of 10 minutes. Such a pretty launch site, Pythos. Yeah, Hydra, that was the noise of all time, dude.
Stage 1 igniter pressures verified. Hydraulic pressures verified. LD-GC on mission cord.
GCLD.
LD, the pad terminal checks are complete.
Good news.
Thank you. Avionics LD mission code.
LD avionics.
Please proceed with sequence 56, the avionics terminal check sequence.
9 minutes.
Copy.
That's correct, Maverick. Yep, this thing's gonna go due south. It's basically gonna launch that way. This is a Keralox rocket, Tech. Kerosene and liquid oxygen.
S-band is switched to high power for flight.
That is configuring the antennas on the vehicle. The S-band antenna, short band. Hey, Red Turkey, you somewhere out there?
LD
right on,
mission
man.
code.
LD stage.
Proceed with sequence 57, the stage terminal check sequence.
Understood. Sequence 57 in work.
Stage 1 and 2 high voltage batteries ready for flight.
The sheep are go.
GCLD mission code.
Over there.
LD-GC.
Please proceed with sequence 58, launch pad ready.
Understood. Sequence 58 and work.
LD avionics mission.
Keralox is
Avionics
easier to
LD.
use, makes a bigger
Sequence 56
explosion.
complete.
Copy, thank
Methalox
you.
is harder to use, but it's more efficient.
All engine blips nominal. All engines ready. LD stage on mission cord.
Stage LD.
Stage terminal check sequence. Sequence 57 complete.
Copy, thank you.
And appreciate the knowledge there, guy. Yeah, no problem. What's that screening noise? It's something on the pad, probably a vent system. If I had to guess, it's the tank farm vents, but I don't know for sure.
As we can see on our screen, the strong back for Electron is slowly starting to retract ahead of its flight scheduled for 15:46 p.m.
Yeah, Mab, we should, dude. Six minutes. Hey, Falcon Punch, what have I missed? Nothing. Well, you missed the Starlinks. Starlink 664 just launched like a half hour ago, and now we got another RocketLab. Yeah. Pretty lighting down there. Brilliant. And then after this launch, we're gonna race, dudes. Gotta race. I gotta beat these fools. I've been crap posting and tipping the stream. I'm gonna beat them tonight, I think. Feel like winning.
LD, GC on mission cord.
GCLD.
Hold up.
Hold down mechanisms are armed and the strong back is retracted for flight.
Okay.
Copy, thank you.
We haven't heard much, Grimbot, to be honest. Past where we were before. All right. 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
As we head into T-minus 4 minutes in the count, the next major milestone we're listening out for is the start of the auto sequence, where Electron takes over the count all the way down to T0. So we'll hand you over now to Mission Control to take it from here for the remainder of the count, and then we'll be back with you shortly after liftoff.
LD, GC on mission cord.
GCLD.
LD, the ECS is disabled. Pad auto sequence is armed.
Environmental
the pad is ready for
control
launch.
systems.
Copy, thank you.
Thank you, Falcon. I think that was a compliment. I don't know. Good Starlink deploy confirmation by SpaceX. 664 is successful. All right, let's go 2 for 2 for the night. Let's see what the Kiwis can do. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. To the second, for the second launch of the Prefire, NASA Prefire missions, the Prefire and ICE mission from RocketLab. Hey, Space Peacock, what's up, dude?
To all operators, LD admission code. From now on, there should be no red flags on your critical LCCs.
3 minutes.
Beacon, LD mission code.
LD beacon.
Please lock the auto sequence and confirm.
Auto sequence is locked.
I'll tell you what a Kiwi can't do. Fly.
Primary flight computer ASCOs are green.
Confirmed.
Well.
We are go for auto sequence started.
This one does.
2 minutes.
That one
LD
does.
is going for launch.
Launch director reports go. T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's see what we got. I have no reason to believe that wouldn't work, Nightmare.
And hold.
Oh!
To all operators, LD and mission code.
Nightmare.
We are proceeding.
Why are you
now
doing this?
With the LV on paired.
Why you gotta hit us with that no-fly bad juju? What the hell, man? Dean, yell at him. Okay, my bad.
We've just heard a hold call from Mission Control there, so now we are listening out to hear what the latest information is for launch ops.
Crap. Oh, man. What are you gonna do? People forget about holds. People don't forget about explosions, so it happens, dudes.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hold. Apparently Kiwis can't fly? Wait, what? No, Mab, not yet, no. Jim, 34 month resubs. I should have done this earlier. May have prevented the hold.
Inter operators, LD and mission code. At this point, we are proceeding with the preparations for LOX detank.
Yep. All right, they're detanking. That's the end of that. All right, dudes. It's time for EJ, the semi-professional simulation race car driver, to go Ricky Bobby on these fools. And guess what, bros? If you ain't first, you're last. All right, if you ain't first, you're last. I'm telling you right now. All right, well, unfortunately, we saw Electron scrub. That's okay. We're still batting 500. We do have Starliner. That should be happening in about 13 hours. Well, actually, about 12 hours and 30 minutes from now. But stick around. We got some racing to do.